Griffin sets the screen for Wall. He kicks it to Jefferson. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a big bonus for them to end the quarter as he beats the buzzer.
Talk about maximizing every last possession you've got. Right there, it was done.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Detroit?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jump shot, too, so they're really doing a nice job offensively.
They've got Zach Randolph, Russell Westbrook out there with Paul George, and it's Durant, and it's Anthony in at the 4 spot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Anthony against Griffin. Lillard outside. Off target with his 3.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian Lillard is the latest in a line of great Oakland point guards. That includes Gary Payton and Jason Kidd. Payton says he plays like the rest of us did, with that little swagger and that complete calm. He doesn't get rattled. That quality comes from Oakland, from getting challenged. High praise from one of the best ever guys.
And for the glove to say you play with confidence and swagger. Well, he knows all about that. Thanks, Doris. Here's Wade. Paul George making his last shot. The drive by Wade, and that one's good. Wade's got 6 points.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Durant. Left side Durant. And that one's good. Durant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
The Pistons struggled last year at home, and there were a number of factors that you could point to, but one of them was they weren't able to stretch the floor because they lacked perimeter shooting.
So for the Pistons, and Anthony Davis is checked in for Randolph. LeBron comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Harden in for George. Then for the Pacers, Gasol comes in for Al Jefferson, and Paul's subbed in for Lillard. Now here's Wall, Gasol, Davis with the block, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Shot clock at 6. The feed to Gasol, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Pistons really did struggle shooting the ball from deep at home. Only 17 home wins for them because they just couldn't stretch teams out.
It's one thing if you don't make a lot of threes because you don't take them. But for the Detroit Pistons, they took a fair amount and still Clark couldn't hit them.
Well, that equates to poor shooting, basically. I mean, the volume is there, the quality is not. So now they want to win more than 17 games at home this year, they've got to make more threes. It's as simple as that.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 8. The shot misses. Wade with the defensive effort. Paul with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Paul passes to Duncan. Shoots from 12. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. Pistons leading by 16. Harden outside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in. James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on the string.
And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
Here's Duncan. From down in the low post, it goes. Duncan's got 4 this quarter.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
And the Pistons making a change here. Durant's checked in. Now here's Durant. He's got 6. Kicks to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Pacers with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
They get it back. Wall, that's good. And here's Westbrook. He has 7. And the layup is good. Westbrook's got 9.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Gasol, a screen on Westbrook. Wade drives in. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Westbrook dishes to Durant. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
James outside. Misses off the right iron.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Wade kicks to Wall. Gasol a screen. Pass to Duncan. And there's the rejection. Durant against Wall. And Durant, here we go, makes it off the glass. Durant's got 6 here in this quarter.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he has even yet peaked as a player. Scary to think, but there's still some room for growth. I think he can get stronger and develop a better low post game.
Now here's Gasol. 8 points for him. Paul passes to Gasol. Back to Paul. Right wing. Here's Duncan. That one off the back iron and out. And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young age. Clarkin was a star so quickly. It seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or 2 away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a couple of years away from his prime when all of the physical, emotional, and mental come together at that peak point of performance. His best seasons are still in front of him, and he's had some pretty good ones behind him to this point.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by LeBron James. Gasol kicks to Duncan. Great D that time from LeBron.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Really left alone that time. That's 12 points for Russell Westbrook.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Wall. He lobs it up. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Here's Durant. Poked away, but they get it back. Harden dishes to James. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's 13 points for LeBron.
He made 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, so he continues to shoot the ball well.
Paul passes to Wall. Duncan with a screen on Harden. And Wall kicks to Paul. He feeds it to Duncan. They need this one. And he lays it up and in. Duncan's got 10 points. Detroit leading by 23. Harden outside. Wade against James. Right side Durant. It's stolen by Duncan. Paul against Westbrook. Paul kicks to Duncan. Indiana moving the ball around. It's stolen by Davis. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Harden with the stop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Wade against LeBron. Wade kicks to Wall. Back to Wade. Wade left side. It's Wall with the drive. Davis with the block.
An 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now here's Paul. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Wall wide open. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Left side Gasol. Paul dishes the Wall. Second chance shot. The shot's good from Gasol.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Howard's checked in for Detroit. Randolph comes in for James. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jefferson's checked in for Gasol. Griffin comes in for Duncan. Leonard, he's checked in for John Wall. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Paul. And Indiana shooting in this game 45%.
You know, it's a little strange to think of Detroit as being a team that runs, but they actually were better when they did run last year. They made good on a lot of opportunities in transition.
Detroit leading by 23. Now Westbrook. 12 points for him. Outside Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, common wisdom among players is that it's better to be an unrestricted free agent than a restricted one. However, a recent study found that comparable players ended up making more money in restricted free agencies. Teams know they have to overpay to avoid a player's team matching that offer. Kevin?
Oh, some good examples from this offseason, Doris. Great job. Thanks.
Yeah, the contracts given to Chandler Parsons and Gordon Hayward come to mind. I mean, both were able to command max salary despite not yet being star caliber.
And Indiana shooting 41% from the field here in the second. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Back to Lillard.